So since the Bad Batch is finally over, I made a top 10 list of LEGO Star Wars sets that LEGO could make in the near future, 2022-2023 sets, and I tried to keep them original. I've been planning on doing this video for so long, so I'm so happy it's finally out. So number one is viewing. So we've seen a whole bunch of the viewing in the Bad Batch, and I've either seen the Red Republic scheme or the Gray Imperial scheme. Both we've seen in the show. Preferably for me, I'd definitely rather the Red Republic color scheme, just because I think it looks nicer, and the gray is so boring. But anyways, regardless of the color, it would include a pilot, obviously, and 2 transitional stormtroopers. This would actually go perfect, actually, and I think it's actually pretty good. Also, Scorch, the Republic Commando. In my opinion, they'd have to make a new mold for the helmet. Another Republic ship they could do is the Republic Attack Shuttle. Only it would be in the Bad Batch color scheme, which is the Imperial Gray, which matches the show, so yeah. That may be a little bit unfortunate, but that's what the show got us. We've seen a whole lot of this in the show, and yeah, it carried some pretty important figures in the Bad Batch, which is all the Stormtrooper Commandos, which are in the black color scheme, so that'd be amazing. I wanted them because I've seen some customs online, and they just don't do it for me. So honestly, those troopers would be amazing. And also a pilot to man the craft, of course, because you can't not have a pilot. 3. Destruction of Camino. This set could include Omega, AZ, 345211896246498721347. And the entire Bad Batch. It would include the Camino and facilities, of course downsized as they are really, really large, so you can't have that minifigure scale, but downsized, and it would have preferably like flames coming out of it, and to make it more visually accurate, and to recreate the destruction and revenge to the Kaminoans. It could also be partly dilapidated, and it could include a microscale Venator, just like maybe held up by a little clear rod. 4. Sizbar. This set could be a lot like the Mandalorian Forge. It could follow a similar pattern to the structure and the build and the interior. It would be amazing if it had like excellent interior with maybe some shelves and artifacts that Sid had on her wall. I remember seeing a Mandalorian helmet, so that'd be cool. This set could include Omega, the 2 Pikes like in the filler episode, Sid, and the gangster Roland Durand. We've never seen a Lego Pike in Lego before, so I think it would be awesome, and deep down, I've always wanted one. It would just be perfect. I would be happy to pay $30 for this, no less, no more. Well, maybe less. Sure. 5. Captain Rex's Wyland. So because Captain Rex appeared in the show, he had to have a ride somewhere to that planet. But we really never see the ship he's on. Though we didn't see it, it's probably safe to assume that it is the 501st Y-Wing that he stole from the last episode of the Season 7 Clone Wars arc, and it's the 501st one too. The 501st Y-Wing could include an updated Phase 2 Captain Rex with this poncho and the helmet. I'd be so heartbroken if they didn't include the helmet, so they would have to. And also, this would probably make the aftermarket of the Phase 2 Captain Rex go way down, because now everybody would have a chance to get it again. Ideally, this set would be $60 to $70 Canadian. 6. ATT. I know this is like on
every tier list,
but it's just so warranted. It's such an amazing set. But okay, listen up here, LEGO. Everybody wants an ATT. Literally everybody. This could just be the perfect time to include it in the 2022 wave of sets. This very well may be the last logical time for LEGO to make an ATT. Soon, that is, at least. It probably would have to be in the gray color scheme like you see in the Bad Batch, so RIP if you like the color scheme. And that includes me.
All around me are familiar.
I really like the color scheme. It's just so boring and gray without it. Though you probably could mod it. This set would preferably be $120 CAD. That would be perfect. Maybe $100 USD. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. And it would include Rampart, 2 Phase 2 clones, the Imperial officer girl shown in the episode, and that weird senator leader person on the leadership role thing. This guy. I don't know his name. 7. Clone Trooper Battleback. Commando, that is. This battle pack would just be holy. As I said, we have to get a new mold for that Clone Commando Trooper helmet. If we don't, I would not like. And if we did, that would just be a chef's kiss. So it would probably include about 3 of those Clone Commandos and maybe 1 prototype TK Trooper. For the side build, it could be those alien dogs that were hunting Gregor down at the start of the episode, mostly because I just hate the stupid side builds that they usually include in the 501st battle pack, in the battle packs. It would also fit very well. I'd really hope that this would be $20 CAD too, like the old battle packs. Still freaking expensive though. 8. An opposite approach. So you could take a totally different approach with the battle pack I just previously mentioned, suspension and flip the rolls around with the TK Troopers and the Clone Commandos. In this iteration, it would have 3 TK Troopers and 1 Clone Commando, which would probably be more realistic, honestly. Of course, this is the one going with the lesser amount of Clone Commandos, which is what LEGO would do because LEGO hates us. Maybe it's just that they really, really love money, which is pretty basic. But as I much would not like this at all, I think LEGO would do this to inflate the amount of purchases consumers are gonna make to actually buy the set for Clone Commando. And the same for the Battle Pack side build, it would be those alien hunter dogs. And please, for the love of God, I would love this to be $20 Canadian like the normal battle packs in Canada. Or the $15 you have in the US. Jeez, you're lucky. 9. Republic Gunship. I know this is so basic of an idea, but it just had to be done. Because this one would just be amazing, even if they probably wouldn't do it. Because, of course, LEGO just released a UCS gunship that is based off the Attack of the Clones, so they probably would not do this in the near future, because LEGO hates us. Kidding. Not. But just because they wouldn't, it's still fun to do. If LEGO weren't to do it, they would probably still have to do it in the Imperial color scheme, but that would just be so future. Because I love the red color scheme. It just wouldn't sit well with me. But hey, a gunship is a gunship. For the figures, I think it would only be right if we had a couple TK Troopers, 1 or 2 Clone Commandos, and hunters from falling off that cliff that he said if anybody fell off it, they would die, but he magically survives. A very bad written script. Still, I would love to have it. Okay, couple those weird alien dogs. Those wouldn't be bad. I'm thinking this one would just be $120 to 140 CAD, which would just be a chef's kiss. 10. Cut Laquan's house. So we sort of briefly saw Cut Laquan's house in the Bad Batch episodes, and it was very brief, so we kind of don't know what it looks like, so it'd be perfect to elaborate that with LEGO. And it was certainly a surprise to see Cut Laquan return. I seriously thought he was a long-gone character. I myself forgot he was in the show. His house could have both floors and again be similar to the Mandalorian Forge design. So for the figures, it could include Cut Laquan, of course, Sue Laquan, damn boy, he's there! His wife, I didn't know that either, and his kids. And it would not be bad if we got Omega. If we got Cut Laquan, then I would not have to make my pretty bad, oh, who am I kidding, trash customs, just like Fennec Sean. Thank God LEGO made that before I had to resort to making a horrible custom. Wait. But of course, this is a theory, a film theory. No, but actually, these are all theoretical sets, and the only set we have in LEGO so far is the Bad Batch Marauder, and don't even get me started on that set, because